Hey, welcome to the channel. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you new. If you rockin' with Young Dolph, I want y'all to throw down in the comment section where y'all from and throw down them Dolphins in the comments. Hit the like button as soon as you come in the building. We're gonna wait for some people to get up in here, you guys, and then we're gonna start the show. I just want to bring a very valuable piece of this whole puzzle to the equation. I want to let y'all know Marcus Thorne, he gave out and identified every last person he saw, from the color of their t-shirt down to the type of pants that was wearing. I want y'all to understand the full description that he gave. These was BGM members, like BGE members, who real life sat there and aided in the bed and assist this man straight drop Cornelius Smith. I want y'all to really look at what they saying, because Govan, the information that he gave the state's attorney, that information set him free, because now Big Jook has been hit with a whole nother charge, a second charge, y'all. And do Big Jook deserve to go down like that? Do Big Jook deserve to even be in that predicament when it was more and multiple people who played a role in this? No, he don't deserve to be in it. But in all actuality, the role you play, it doesn't matter if you was the one who gave the money or the one who pulled the trigger. You was the one who had a part in it. So the way that they taking them down, you can't say that they took him down easier than they took him down. You can't do that. Like, at the end of the day, I know that for a fact that Key Glock, he don't like the fact that these the same people who sat back and told this man, you know what? You can go out there and make your money, but at the end of the day, we gonna catch you one day. And Lil Migo, he already said Blac Youngsta had his eyes on Young Dolph ever since Young Dolph started getting shaky and flaking on them. Y'all gotta look at that, because in all actuality, the cookie shop, the footage, Marcus Thorne, he told them that the main people that's on the footage, them some of the people, but it's multiple people who played a role in it, and it's other people who wasn't in the eye view of the camera. So I want y'all to really understand this, and in all actuality, we can really put our eyes on the fact that Big Jook told Straight Drop and Cornelius Smith, if y'all go down, y'all keep y'all mouth closed. Y'all shut y'all mouth. Y'all don't tell nobody what we planned or what we went through. You don't put nobody in that predicament or in that situation, which could lead them into a whole bondage with the ops. I want y'all to understand, man. And who is PRE biggest ops? PRE biggest ops is CMG, BGE, and Heavy Camp. I want y'all to really pay attention to what's going on, because in all actuality, we can really, like, a person can't get mad at Marcus Thorne for what happened. A person can't even look at Marcus Thorne like he was wrong or he snitched. Marcus Thorne, he's not snitching by basically making a closure to what everybody's been asking and everybody's been looking for. I'm going to give a moment of silence to Young Dolph. I want to send my condolences out to his family. For number one and foremost, I want y'all to know that Pamela Hill, she gave them the information that they needed to know. She released all of the key facts in what happened in the setup. I want you guys to really understand the examiner's reports is stating that Young Dolph, he had lacerations around his wrist. The lacerations that was around his wrist came from either being tied up or being like they were grabbing him while he was trying to get away. A lot of people don't really look at this and take heed to it until it's too late. But I want you guys to watch this video, and this video is gonna basically put the nail in the coffin and let everybody know that they played that man. They played Young Dolph at the end of the day. Makeda Raven, 901 Trigger Trading them, they literally sat there and could have avoided everything that went on. I want y'all to watch this video.
Hey guys, so thanks for taking the time to watch this video. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. In this video, we're gonna get down to the bottom of the Yo Gotti and Young Dolph beef, and I'm gonna be giving my opinion on it later. But there's some pretty interesting things that happen between the two of them. First of all, Yo Gotti, he doesn't control Blac Youngsta. In my opinion, considering the CIA event both of them, 2015 and 2016. 2016 the most, where Yo Gotti's road manager was charged with the shooting against Young Dolph. Well, his van, his property, we'll say that, against his property. It's all lining up, showing that he does have control of his people. And in reality, it seems as though Yo Gotti had people coming after Young Dolph for a while in all different ways and from all different directions. In the end, we know Young Dolph ended up being sent up on November 17th of 2021. And it's really sad. He leaves behind his family and his friends and his fans. But the most disturbing part about all of this for me was when Justin Johnson, the man who was actually charged with Young Dolph's murder, Young Dolph being sent up, him and Cornelius Smith, the other man who was charged, they ended up hiring Yo Gotti and Blac Youngsta's lawyer. And if that doesn't link it all together for you, you better open your eyes, because there's some things happening in plain sight, and you just kind of got to connect the dots. In this case, in my opinion, I believe that there is a connection between Yo Gotti and Young Dolph being sent up. It's clear. You just got to follow the yellow brick road and connect the dots yourself. A lot of issues that happened between the two of them. Back in 2015 at the CIAA incident, Young Dolph escaped a 100-shot firing, and police believe that Yo Gotti was in connection with the incident in Charlotte. But when Yo Gotti was questioned about this and as to why they wouldn't connect him to it and his opinion on the matter, all he said was, "I'm always on police radar where I'm from." You know what I'm saying? Not denying it, not saying, nah, wasn't me, not saying there was no connection in any form. So, Young Dolph actually ended up releasing a song taunting those who orchestrated the incident, saying 100 shots, 100 shots. How you missed a whole 100 shots? Both rappers are from Memphis. Yo Gotti was known for helping rappers from Memphis. However, despite that, there was thick beef between the two of them. Yo Gotti was from North Memphis and Young Dolph was from South Memphis. The beef between the two came out of the woodwork, according to Yo Gotti, when he was questioned about it. He said that all he had for Young Dolph was love. However, according to Young Dolph, the tension began when when Yo Gotti was denied a deal with Young Dolph. He had asked Young Dolph to sign on to his label music group in 2012. But the way he asked, in Young Dolph's opinion, was very disrespectful, because he ended up throwing his own artists under the bus and dissing them. He said that he hated the way that Yo Gotti dissed his own people and tried to get him to sign on like that. He said that Yo Gotti told him, "You got your own everything. You got your money, your own team. I ain't gotta hold your hand like Starlito. I ain't gotta babysit you like him." He said, "I can't respect that." And after he had said that, it came to light later on that Yo Gotti's baby mama and Young Dolph had messed around, and Yo Gotti found out about that, and the beef got even thicker and even worse. Publicly, the last conversation the two had was in 2012. The first theoretical shots fired between the two came from Young Dolph. He released "Scared of Me" in 2013. He said, "Doing all that tricking on, I still baby mama. Y'all can stop sweating. I ain't gonna say y'all name. The streets know what's up. They know y'all lame." Of course, this came to light as to being aimed at Yo Gotti later on. When it had come out, everybody thought it was just a lyric to the song, but it had a deeper meaning. In February of 2015, the CIAA event in Charlotte took place after Young Dolph released, or after that, a Young Dolph song released had more lyrics aimed at Yo Gotti. He said, "Guess who baby mama DM me saying you did? I would tell you, but I'm always starting." Admitting that he was making the beef. Yo Gotti finally responds to Young Dolph, dissing him in Legendary. But it was a very blanket statement, and you gotta really read between the lines to see that he's talking to Young Dolph. He said in the verse, "How you gonna be a legend when you doing Legendary sucker? Never disrespect the king. Now you gotta see me about it." We all know that Yo Gotti referred to himself as the King of Memphis. And Young Dolph released an album labeled King of Memphis to taunt Yo Gotti on February 19th of 2016. The worst part about all this is it was the same day that Yo Gotti was releasing his album, The Art of the Hustle, just to make that wound a little bit worse. Young Dolph took to Twitter on February 11th before the release date, saying, "Bro went from being my #1 fan and wanting to sign me to being my biggest hater." The only person Young Dolph ever came out and publicly said that they wanted to sign him was Yo Gotti. There was no one else. So we all know that was aimed at Yo Gotti. And Yo Gotti responded in a tweet saying, "We can't afford to and miss, consistently making shots." And then he deleted it. Fast forward to 2016 at the CIAA event again, Young Dolph's van was with his manager inside. One of the 3 suspects that were linked to the shooting were Howard Wright, who was Yo Gotti's road manager and CMG Records vice president. And that in itself became the official link and evidence between Yo Gotti being, I don't want to say responsible, but allegedly involved in the shooting of Young Dolph. Blac Youngsta, Yo Gotti's rapper, under his CMG label, called out Young Dolph on Instagram in his neighborhood, Castelia Heights. Young Dolph responded in a video saying, "I'd hate me too. I'd be mad at me too, bro," on Instagram. And just kind of brushed it off as nothing. Kind of made them feel like he had no threat. He didn't take it as a threat, even though there was weapons being waved in the video and they were in his actual neighborhood. And then when Yo Gotti was questioned about it, about his rapper coming out and publicly threatening Young Dolph, all he had to say was, "I don't move like that," and said. So in the end, R.I.P. Young Dolph. Send out love to his family, and thank you all for watching the video. We'll see you next time.
I want y'all to really understand the fact that Mia J was so hurt by the fact that his own friends didn't show up when he was getting sent up. I want y'all to look at this, man, because it could happen to anybody. Everybody know for a fact that you real life gotta watch what you do and watch where you go, because the people will know your location all because you done told somebody yesterday you was going here today. Like, come on now, man. At the end of the day, we already know it has to stop one day, but you can't make nobody stop doing nothing that they accustomed to doing, because they already said that everybody who was involved with this Young Dolph, Rico, PRE, CMG, regardless, True the Mafia, It don't matter, BGE. Y'all gotta look at everything that went on. They said Moneybagg Yo was the one who initiated everything because they was cool at one point, like I always tell y'all. Then they fell out. Watch who you keep around you. After Key Glock put hands on Blac Youngsta, that's when it all unfolded. Like everybody realized, took sides. Everybody went with CMG, and everybody who was rocking with Young Dolph went with PRE. I want y'all to really look at this because this was the main downfall of this whole organization. Like y'all gotta really look at that. They didn't think that this was gonna happen like that. They thought it was gonna happen a whole nother way. They thought that it was gonna real life end up being something that they already experienced before. You can't really put your finger on nothing that went on. All you can really do is look at them and ask them, turn to Makedas and them like, bro, y'all could have gave the footage to Young Dolph BM. Y'all ain't had to get a footage to Moneybagg Yo and them and let them see what happened to Young Dolph at first. Jay-Z already stated that the main people who they thought they did it, they didn't do it. Jay-Z already said that these the main people, these the main people who they accused and they wasn't even involved in it. This why you can't believe stuff that people from the hood, certain people from the hood, you can't believe them because people is liars. The hotel that Young Dolph slept in before he even went to Benny Hunter's, Roof Chris, wherever they said he went, y'all gotta understand, the jury that he left back there, he thought he was going back to his hotel. And from what the feds is saying, everything that was in that hotel, only 2 people had the keys, Mia J and Yo Gotti cousin. And that was a female who he was messing with on the side. I want y'all to really pay attention because old girl and her husband, when these women get together, especially if you're still in the street, all her friends know what happened with Dolph. So for her to take a picture with Dolph 2 weeks before Dolph gets sent up, then next thing you know, you signed to his ops label. Like at the end of the day, we know for a fact that a lot of people, they send back looking at Glorilla like, man, your credibility shot now. Because for next 2 times, every time he have a show, his show gets shot up. Like, why he with you? Like, y'all gotta really understand, this is coming from Memphis and Atlanta. This is sad because in all actual reality, we know for a fact that this is a revolving door. And a lot of people sit there and look at this like, Big Juke, he didn't get a bond. And from what they saying in Memphis, they said they did him like DJ Pat. They said that they just let Govan out just like DJ Pat. That's why Govan going through what he going through. A lot of people sit back and look at it like, hold on. I rock with PRE more than I rock with CMG. Number one, end of the door. Like at the end of the day, a lot of people sit there and play both sides when all actual reality, you can't even play both sides. You can't be mad at no side. They was beefing. It's RP Dolph for nothing, man. If you rocking with Dolph, man, throw them 999s down in the comment section because there's a lot of people sit here and look at this like, Key Glock bust that man window. He did not like that. He was out of town. Once he came back from LA, he asked him, man, why would you bust the window, man? And you already know we already beefing with them. Now I got to do extra stuff. Like, I want y'all to understand, Key Glock started laughing. He started laughing. And I want y'all to really pay attention to it. Key Glock is not related to Young Dolph. Key Glock is only around Young Dolph because me and Jay said, could you put my nephew into play? Paper Route Woo, he knew it was going to catch up with him once he had his pants down while they was doing a hit. You can't do no hit and dress the same way that you dress in public. Like at the end of the day, I know a lot of people at a certain criteria and they feel because they rapping with Dolph that they own or whatnot. Y'all got to really look at this because Big Moochie Great, he already said that Snoop Bands was the main one told Paper Route Woo before he even hopped out the car, man, pull your pants up, man, so you won't fall and so you be able to control the Drake. Y'all got to understand, they said the one in the front with the hat on. Y'all got to understand, the one who had the fisherman hat on, hey, the Bass Pro Shop said that 3 people walked in, and it was 2 dudes who matched the description of who sent Young Dolph up. Mr. Pierce already said who was there. At the end of the day, that's why Paper Route Woo rushed over there and started doing a turkey drive. And in all actual reality, we know for a fact The man Snoop Bands, as soon as he walk out, the truck, y'all know the U-Haul that they use, the one that Makedas Raven them said they can't park in front of their store. Y'all gotta understand. The man Paper Route Wu say, hey man, fix your hair, man. You said you went to the barber shop. Like at the end of the day, his arms was under the thing. Like at the end of the day, if you at the barber shop, what you gonna do? If the cape over you, you gonna lift the cape up a little bit and you gonna be texting your homie. Say Dolph text you 2 times. From what the reports and the examiner reports is stating, when they examined his phone and went through all his unlocked, but y'all gotta understand the apps that he had on his phone. Y'all know them apps, them vault apps. At the end of the day, we know for a fact you can have any number with the vault app. Any number. If they call your phone, it's going straight to the vault, and you just check it as if you had your notifications turned off for your messenger, or you had your notifications turned off for your iMessage. I want y'all to really pay attention to what's going on, because in all actual reality, the way that they pulled up in that white car, man, they already knew it was over with. They knew it was over with as soon as they pulled up in that white car, boy. I told y'all, this man literally, he jumped out there, he hopped out the car, he bailed out the car. Next thing you know, Snoop Bands already tried to grab him like, hey man, pull your pants up. He had on the same Jordans that he had on in multiple pictures on Instagram. This is where it come into play of being the dumbest criminals. I want y'all to understand, PRE knew for a fact that CMG, they couldn't get the ups on him unless he let his guard down, man. I want y'all to really pay attention to it, because Young Dolph already said out his mouth. He said, man, I got to watch the people around me, but I don't know who to watch. Snoop Bands already said, like, man, Paper Route Wu, man, we got to take him up out the box. And this is what, literally, like, they still puzzled by this. And Mia J said, why would Glock do it? Why would Glock even keep himself distance from them if they didn't do it? Like, I want y'all to really look at this, because it's sad that it had to happen to Dolph, but in all actual reality, we know for a fact Dolph put too many people on. And for him to get sent up over an open verse, like at the end of the day, what was your purpose of asking Young Dolph for an open verse? Just so that what was you gonna do with it? You was gonna put it on your album and make it seem like you the one that came up with the song? I want y'all to understand, man, Glock already told that man, it ain't gonna go down like that. We're gonna do this a whole nother way. That's why when Mia J walked in, she already said the dudes that was in the white car had the other dude driving, and the dude that was driving was Blac Youngsta people, man. I want y'all to understand that, man. Blac Youngsta, he falling back because he know for a fact that too many people know that he was there. Y'all gotta understand who was in the back seat of that Bentley truck. I want y'all to throw them 111s in the comment section if y'all know who was in the back seat of that Bentley truck. Big Juke ain't pull up there by himself, knowing that it's going down. He pulled up 4 deep. The truck was fulled up. Y'all gotta understand, man, that's an expensive truck for him to have at a crime scene. And then he still rode around in it every day. That's why Angela Simmons said, y'all moving funny. Like, at the end of the day, I'm still gonna be with you, Gotti, but y'all moving funny. This is what goes to show you can't trust the people who has an ulterior motive against your gang. Y'all know for a fact that Young Dolph knew Paper Route was gonna take off. Once Paper Route took off, Young Dolph already knew he was going to get the camo cars. He knew for a fact that he was going to have at least 3 Mercedes. He knew he was getting that C8. Like, at the end of the day, I want y'all to pay attention to it, because when Dolph had took off, they already knew it was over with. Because we already know for a fact, the water, man, they in hot water right now, man. They dropped the ball. They dropped the ball, man. And I know a lot of people sit there and look at it like, these the same people who basically told them, y'all need to get up in the truck instead of running up out of the truck. You can't run up out the car like that and you knowing other people supposed to run up and get them up out of there. I want y'all to really pay attention to that, man. This is a revolving door. We have to really open our eyes to the fact of what's really going on. they supposed to been instantly telling Dolph, hey man, watch behind you, dog. Next thing you know, Makeda Raven them, they people who was working in there at the moment, they didn't even give him a notice. It was no notice. Like, at the end of the day, we have to really look at that, man, because one person, Mia J, she pulled up after everybody cleared it out, after they took the tape down, and y'all know when Maurice was still mopping, she pulled up. She pulled her phone out, and I want to send my condolences out to his family, number one, because I'm just going to give my commentary on the things that's going on, and I really want y'all to understand, man, you can dig deeper if you want to and go get the proof from Memphis, because it's out there, man. If you got your ear to the streets, you know for a fact you ain't really got to look too far. I want y'all to understand, man, PRE hasn't been the same since Young Dolph been gone. Too many people sit back there and say, Key Glock, man, you should have dusted off everything that was in there before you even went in there, man. Like, at the end of the day, I want y'all to really pay attention to this, man, because in all actual reality, if we open our eyes, we can understand what's really going on instead of looking at the BS. Like, at the end of the day, man, we know for a fact that it's too many people who didn't root for Dolph, man. They wouldn't root for Dolph, and if they was really on Dolph's side, they wouldn't let Dolph get sent up in their cookie shop. At the end of the day, man, the tax place is right on the side, and we already know for a fact that Maurice was in the laundromat. He put too many clothes up in there, and why would you even try to come back? Like, at the end of the day, why would you try to come back and make yourself look guilty? That's why when they put Marcus Thorne in the handcuffs like that and walked him to the car and his dreads were shaking and he was like, man, y'all got to really understand, Maurice Hill was all the way back, like, past the tax place. You know how when you walk out of Makedas, you going to open the door, like, you going to look over. Once you do close the door, you will be able to see the tax place right here. It's boarded up. It's all boarded up. Like, at the end of the day, it's right in the middle of the laundromat in Makedas. I want y'all to really pay attention to this, because the perimeter direction of where Maurice walked to, he went in the laundromat, came back out. That's what gave him the dead giveaway. That's why the MPD, they already said, we got to watch him. They said, we got to watch him. They said, Maurice, he had to have something to do with it, because his car parked right there in the middle of the crime scene. Like, at the end of the day, in all actual reality, it's too many people who know for a fact that Young Dolph, the cars that he had up there, he had the white car up there, which was Marcus Thorne car, and it was the C8. Like, at the end of the day, Blac Youngsta had the keys, man. Y'all gotta understand that, man. And it's sad that Moneybagg Yo even got himself into this, because they mistaken Ari truck for Big Juke truck. When whole time Ari and Big Juke got their truck from the same Bentley dealer. Y'all gotta really understand that, man. And just because Ari got the chrome on the side, Big Juke don't got the chrome on the side of the Bentley truck. Y'all gotta really look at that, man. The chrome piece at the bottom is the only thing that Big Juke had on the truck. This is what, like, it identified who truck it was once they did the analysis and the fingerprints came back off the truck. I want y'all to understand, Big Juke know for a fact that if they wouldn't have told all them females what was going down, he would have never got caught. I want y'all to let me know how y'all feel about that, man, because at the end of the day, we know for a fact it's sad that he even had to go through that. Free Big Juke, man. R.I.P. Dolph, man. Like, at the end of the day, man, they let Govan out, and he was the one who carried it out. I want y'all to understand that, man. Once Govan walked out that building, his cousin was waiting on him outside. They was already 3 deep, and they had 2 cars behind them, because they already knew for a fact that they was going to be on their bumper. CMG got their inside beef going on, and Govan, he trying to stay out of it. Govan trying to fall back because he know for a fact they know he snitched. If he didn't snitch, he would have never got out. They would have never lowered the bond, released everything. I want y'all to really look at that, because the people who was on their phone, they had their phones up like this. They was recording everything. Once you got your phone up and it's out and it's recording, it's over with, man. Like, at the end of the day, we really got to be mindful of this, because we know for a fact Young Dolph put a lot of people on, and the people who he put on Half of them didn't even ride. Only Kenny Money was the only one who stepped out there and went sliding for his homie. He said he ain't got to say no words because what's easily said don't need to be explained. Like, I want y'all to really look at that, man, because in all actual reality, if you from the streets, you know for a fact you can't go out there with your head chopped off like a chicken, man. Like, at the end of the day, you know for a fact you got to be equipped with them things on. You got to have them blickies in the car or in the trunk wrapped in the shirt. Like, y'all got to understand this, man. Because in all actual reality, we know for a fact the thumpers that they use, them with the same thumpers that they said they used when they was blowing past Marcus Thorne when he was instantly trying to get up out of Makedas. And then by straight drop even turning around and blowing like this, that gave them an easy dead giveaway because they already said, like, hold on, Marcus Thorne, that's how they was able to get the good shot, the good angle of him even being right there. And this goes to show that a lot of people sit right there and look at it like, Marcus Thorne, he was going through the parking lot. He took right off, started blowing. He blew a couple times, man. Next thing you know, they answered. They got up out of there. Like, at the end of the day, man, once they pulled off, Marcus Thorne already knew it was over with because he had to run back in there to his brother. In all actual reality, we know for a fact that it's too many people who get taken down all because they in their phone. They said Dolph was in his phone. This is coming from Makedas Raven, quote unquote. I want y'all to really understand this, man, because in all actual reality, we know for a fact that it's sad that this had to happen, but Young Dolph, I wish Young Dolph would have moved up out that hood, man. He should have never been standing around the hood knowing that half of them in the hood don't like him. Now, I'm going to take a moment of silence just to get that across, man. Young Dolph had too many people in his corner, man. And there's no way he got sent up at his untimely demise without even knowing that this was finna happen. Like, y'all gotta understand, he thought he was shooting a music video. Snoop Bands, his hair wasn't even cut, so where was you at, buddy? And word around Memphis, they looking for Big Moochie Grape. Y'all gotta understand, Castelia, that's where Young Dolph used to reside, and a lot of people know for a fact that Big Moochie Grape, he not finna be about that life if his own people looking for him. Like, at the end of the day, man, in all actual reality, we can really look at it for what it is. Like, we already know for a fact that MPD, they ain't playing no games, and once the feds jumped in and they got Govan and they got straight drop Cornelius Smith and Big Jook, it was over with because Blac Youngsta already said that Moneybagg, he implemented himself up out of it. All because of one thing. He didn't want to go down. And we already know for a fact he didn't want to go down for what happened to Dolph because all them diss songs. They use Gotti music. All them diss songs he made over them years. Y'all know what I'm talking about. All them, y'all know what I'm talking about. All them songs that he made, they already used it against Big Jook. So this is a sad situation that had to happen, but we know for a fact that a lot of people, they don't want this to really go down the wrong route because Big Jook, he didn't deserve to get snatched up like that without a bond. And Big Jook, he couldn't get out. So y'all know for a fact, if you can't get out, that means somebody told. If somebody already out, everybody locked up but Govan. Everybody locked up but Govan. I'ma just let that soak in. How do y'all feel about Govan not really doing what he said he was gonna do? He said he's gonna carry out the plan instantly. Go ahead and let them hit up Dolph while he watch. Y'all gotta understand, man. They gave him the keys to the back of Makedas. This is why Blac Youngsta had them other dudes pull up. Just to protect them boys. Y'all already know them boys here straight dropping Cornelius Smith. They just released one of the other dudes, y'all. The dude with the dreads. That was the main one who Shondell Burnett told, you need to get out of town before they come get you. He ain't get out of the city. If he would have got out of the city, that would have never happened to him, man. Because in all actual reality, you can really pay attention to it and take it for what it is. If you sit back and you really pay attention to it, Young Dolph told them the game. He had to learn it on his own. Yo Gotti didn't want to tell him the game. Yo Gotti wanted him to do all them songs and lead open verses. So Yo Gotti could basically sign Young Dolph and promote the songs that him and Young Dolph did, knowing that it's a hit the whole time. He don't want Young Dolph really in the mix. Like, at the end of the day, man, like, we know this, man, and we know how the streets work. If you from the streets, man, throw them 222s in the comment section, man, because y'all got to get heard too. If y'all from the streets, y'all got to get heard. Like, I know a lot of y'all want to speak y'all piece, man. We just gonna sit back and we just gonna watch it unfold, because they let 2 people out. The 2 people who they let out, they just let one dude out today. And when I said they only let one person out, that's when they only let Govan out. They let one person out today. And dude, they literally dropping a whole case from him. Said he had no indications that he was there, that he was involved, that he knew anything that was about to occur or happen or anything. You see the type of people that we are? We the type of people that look at it and be like, you know what? He ain't used no common sense when he went and took that money. That's why Govan in the situation he in. And Big Jook, he didn't even want no money for it. He passed the money down. He gave Yo Gotti $20K, and Yo Gotti put up another $20K, and then they carried it out, man. Y'all got to understand, man. Everything that was dished out, it went to the right people. And they did that to Dolph, man. R.I.P. Dolph, man, because I wish he was still here. I wish he would still survived it, just like he survived the Carolina incident. When y'all already know when they were shooting in Carolina and Blac Youngsta got locked up. Yo Gotti just did a show. I want y'all to really look at that, man, because they wanted to take Young Dolph out then. Young Dolph was supposed to have been gone then. They was already tired of him. Jay-Z already said he keeping himself away from Yo Gotti. Yo Gotti can't come to none of his parties, y'all. Y'all got to understand that, man. And by them keeping their distance, it makes it to where once Jigga get done in the studio, Jigga leave 20 minutes to an hour before Yo Gotti even get there. This goes to show he don't want to be around that, and especially while they hot. You don't want to be around your homies while they hot. You know if your homies hot, you finna fall back from them, man. You know you're not even finna go out there and stick your head out there. And in all actual reality, we know for a fact the cookie shop, that footage shows Yo Gotti brother across the street. In all actual reality, man, we really got to pay attention to that, because a lot of people sat back and thought it was a game. They thought it was a game, and then they came and picked them up. You got to understand, they ran Big Jook place before they even put him in the car. Y'all know how it is. If you riding around with tinted windows and you got 4 dudes in the car and the tint ain't 5% tint, it's you got all them other percentage of tint, y'all know for a fact you gonna instantly see shadows in the car, 4 shadows. That's why they pulled them over. Too many shadows in the car. You gotta have the windows down, bird's eye view. Like, at the end of the day, that's why Big Jook got into the situation he in. And a lot of people, they already looking at the blue surgical mask that he had on with them gloves. Like, y'all got to understand, Big Jook was ready to hop out and run down. Big Jook, he knew what he was doing, man. That's why a lot of people sit there and say Big Jook was the main one who could have basically avoided all this from happening. Or he could have basically stopped it, because he was the one with the walkie-talkie in his hand, and he had his other iPhone in his other hand. He talking to Moneybagg Yo on FaceTime, and he instantly to everybody who in there with them gloves and them hoodies. Y'all gotta really pay attention to that, because it's sad, but in all actual reality, this could have happened to Yo Gotti. And Yo Gotti, I got a message for you. You already know, man. Yo Gotti, you could have easily just called it off, man. You could have called it off before it got too deep, man. You know you could have called it off. They put that man in the mix. They put that man in the mix, man. And in all actual reality, we know for a fact, once you get put in the mix, it's over with. It's over with. Y'all already know that. That's why people walking around pulling their shirt up over their face like they got a mask, imitating what Straight Drop did. I want y'all to really understand what's really going on, because in all actual reality, ain't no cuts in this, man. They was cutthroat when they did that to Dolph, man. A lot of people sit back and look at it and don't really take it for what it is, but in all actuality,